hear someone belting a high note, it makes you excited, or it makes you sad, or it makes you feel understood. Same with a business, you come together and you solve a problem for other people, but they also get touched by your life and get to feel an empathy that you maybe had for that problem, or that you maybe had for that idea or that thing you wanted to do, or your life in some way. I'm William Alternative III. I'm a student at BYU Hawaii. I study music, but I'm also an entrepreneur. I love building businesses. I love taking ideas. I love creating them. I love moving them from point A to point B. And I love changing the world and changing how other people interact with the world. The Kapalo Connection is a nonprofit organization, and what we do, basically there's no public education.
All right. Welcome, everyone, to this year's Empower Your Dreams. Can I get a round of applause? We just want to welcome everyone and thank all of supporters and friends, judges, everyone that's here right now, everyone who's made it to finals. Congratulations.
Big round of applause for everybody that made it to finals.
This is my co-host, Briggs.
And this is my co-host, Sage.
Hey. So we're going to begin this with an opening prayer by Micaiah, and then there's more to come.
Dear Heavenly Father, we're so very grateful for this morning, and we're grateful for the hard work of the competitors. We're grateful for the staff that have put all this together, and we're so very grateful for this opportunity we have to learn. And we ask you to bless the competitors, that they'll be able to compete with their best, that their minds will be clear, and that they'll be able to represent themselves and their business well. We say this in the name of Jesus Christ, amen.
All right. We're going to start off with a little promo video about the Willis Center.
I feel that music is a way of gaining empathy with other people and a way of showing empathy and just showing, the human spirit. And we empathize with these sounds that bring about feelings within us. Like when you hear like a piano pounding, or when you hear someone belting a high note, it makes you excited, or it makes you sad, or it makes you feel understood. Same with the business. A business, you come together and you solve a problem for other people, but they also get touched by your life and get to feel an empathy that you maybe had for that problem, or that you maybe had for that idea or that thing you wanted to do, or your life in some way. I'm William Alternative III. I'm a student at BYU Hawaii. I study music, but I'm also an entrepreneur. I love building businesses. I love taking ideas, I love creating them. I love moving them from point A to point B. And I love changing the world and changing how other people interact with the world. The Kapalo Connection is a nonprofit organization, and what we do, basically there's no public education in Vanuatu, so we try to get more kids to be able to go to school by doing a lot of things. But one of our primary things we're doing is we're sending students down to do month-long teaching internships, and they pay us a fee, and that fee goes to doing our building projects and supporting scholarships. And we're also moving towards doing just normal tourism, where one tour will send 3 kids to school for a year. The Willis Center helped me a lot in doing this. It really, the Willis Center is just a fantastic place. It's a beautiful, beautiful program. It's like walking in and saying, I have this idea for this melody and this song, I think it wants to be about this. And sitting down with Stevie Wonder. It's like having Stevie Wonder write your song with you and teach you how to write a song. Get to the end of it and you're like, wow, I might have some insight into how Stevie Wonder would write a song. But it's the same thing. You come and you bring your business in, and they're going to talk with you about it. They're going to give their insight, and they're going to be on your team. And they don't want credit. They don't want a part of your business. They don't want anything. They just want you to be successful. I came in, I brought my idea, and it was a little idea. I said, I want $4,000 to build a house, rent to some missionaries in Vanuatu. And I came in and talked to the professors, and they said, well, actually, I think that there could be 4 houses. And it was during a crowd fundraising contest. One of them said, I'm going to match you $8,000. If you can raise $8,000, I'll pay $8,000 too. If that doesn't show belief, I don't know what does. The staff here, they haven't just studied in books. They haven't just thought about doing it. They've walked through the fire. They've made mistakes. They've made successes. They're not just teachers. They all are still running businesses. They are here for no other reason than to help you be successful. As a student in the entrepreneurship program, I'm not just reading books. I'm not just studying theory. I'm doing it. And that's what the professors want, and that's what the classes are geared towards. They're geared towards helping you to do it. Entrepreneurship was about standing up and doing something. And so catapult you forward in doing something new.
Doesn't that just make you want to start businesses and empower your dreams? That's what this competition is all about. So we will have our first competitor, one college student that is in multiple things. He has to go to the URC competition right after this, so we'll have him go first, then we'll have the young entrepreneurs do their presentations, and then the rest of the college students doing theirs. They'll have 3 minutes for their presentation and 2 minutes for Q&A. And we'll have our timers and time clocks right here, so keep an eye on your time. And then someone will call time at the end of your presentation. The down arrow is the move forward. And with that, give a big round of applause for Nexum.
Aloha, everyone. My name is John Kenneth Ledang, and I'm the president and founder of Nexum. Nexum is an online face-to-face language immersion program that revolutionizes the way that you and I learn languages. I began Nexum a year ago because of my desire to help refugees and immigrants learn and speak English as they integrate into the United States. As an immigrant myself, that is a challenge I had to overcome. But because of the process of immersion and its power, not only am I able to speak English, but I now am proficient in 14 different languages. Nexum gives us the revolutionized way of making that connection to language learners. I am very passionate about this because this is not only personal to my heart, but it also gives chance for other aspiring linguists. And my goal is to give them access to language immersion worldwide. Nexum, unlike textbook learnings and traditional way of learning a language, Nexum gives you a one-on-one interaction with your mentor. These mentors, language mentors, are able to give you one-on-one personal feedback and guidance that removes the barriers that hinder somebody from learning a language, such as low self-confidence or the fear of making mistakes. With Nexum, that is the solution that gives you the practical skill sets through meaningful conversations. Our indirect competitors are Babbel, Duolingo, and other language learning schools. But we stand out because Nexum is a one-on-one personal conversation with a mentor. They don't have this. Not only is that our big edge, but they also charge 3 times as we would. Financials. So they charge about $40 to $70 an hour. Nexum, for $100, a monthly subscription, these language learners will have 1-hour conversations per week with a tutor, 4 times a month. So for 100 students, $99 a month, and with my full-time 2 mentors, my labor cost is $1,400. A website maintenance fee of $50 gives me a profit margin of 85% for $8,410. Our target market will be aspiring linguists, refugees, immigrants, and these grants will be provided by Department of Education's funding to help them reintegrate into America. Our scalability gives us a simple business structure to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, learning a language is more than just memorizing phrases, but it is that connection that gives you ability to empower a million dreams. This is Nexum. Thank you.
Great presentation. Quick question: what separates you from every other language app with the way you teach your students?
So these language learning apps, for example, Duolingo, you don't really have the ability to practice that language conversationally. And that is the big gap that Nexum wants to bridge. Sometimes when you say ni hao in Chinese, the answer could be, where are you going next? It's not always, I'm doing well. And most oftentimes you hear language speakers say, oh, I didn't learn that one. But that practical conversations allows you to make your own sentences and develop that confidence to say, oh, I know what that word means. You don't have to wait to get to chapter 14 to learn how to get on a train, but that practical conversation, you also get to learn the way they actually speak in those countries.
As far as your business model on how much you're charging these clients, how do you stay sustainable if you're that much cheaper than your competitor?
It's so through these crash, it's first our target are students and refugees. A lot of these people know me as somebody that's developed an efficient way to learn languages. And so they have come from people from my wards, interactions, and associations. And so that sustainability, there's just room for growth. They will pay that $100 a monthly subscription. That's something so affordable, even as college student. We pay $300 per credit, and to take a language, it's 4 credit for a semester. I was able to do this with Mandarin Chinese and paid $0 for language immersion.
Thank you.
All right, can we get one final round of applause? All right, next we will be having our young entrepreneurs. So they're gonna go first so that they can head to school later. But how incredible is it that we can invite them and have them have this opportunity to present and become the next generation of young entrepreneurs? Can I get a round of applause for the next young entrepreneur?
Aloha and good morning, everyone. We're Kahakai Surf. My name is Carla Bodner.
I'm Kira Reese.
And I'm Mahea Ta'eu.
So a little bit about us. Our business is beach photography. We offer many different types of photography services, including video editing, retouching of photos, fine prints, but mainly action shots of surfers. A few attributes that may differ us from other photographers is our environmental solicitude. With each client that participates in our service, 10% of the profit goes towards the ocean conservation organization of their choice. On the North Shore, there isn't very many affordable photographers. Our competitors' prices range from about $300 to $1,000 per hour. At least 14 million tons of plastic end up in the ocean every year. With our business, we hope to counteract how much man-made waste can hurt our marine life. Our prices are significantly lower compared to our competitors. We are working to rehabilitate our marine life one step at a time. We aim to capture each and every memorable moment.
We want to be able to reach our target market through social media. So we're going to make TikTok accounts, Instagram accounts, Facebook accounts, posting pictures of the photographs that we take, the process, and our prices. We'll have business cards on us when we're taking pictures. So if someone comes up and they're curious as to what we're doing, we can hand them a business card with our information, prices, our names, and we'll comment on influencers' posts on Instagram or Facebook just to bring in their followers and them as well. And we want to show off our affordable prices as well. The people that we're trying to reach are surfers, models, families, or influencers on vacation. All of these people are willing to buy photographs of themselves at the beach. It's popular. And we want to show them that we are the best company, from our service to our product to our prices, and just our team and attitude. We also want to show them that just by purchasing from us, they're contributing to cleaning up the ocean, and we want them to be happy with buying from us, so they feel happy about it.
So our finances, we have spent a total of $1,500 on our equipment, $1K on cameras, $300 for the lens, and $25 for the SD card. With money from this competition, we will use it to put forth in better audio/visual equipment such as a tripod, UV filter, water housing, etc. Our different packages are significantly cheaper. And thank you for listening and considering us as winners. Yes, questions.
Can you explain what you're going to use the 10% of the proceeds and how it's going to go to help sustainability of cleaning up the beaches?
Like how the
Yeah, you mentioned that there's 10% of everything that you get in
So-
revenue is going to go back to cleaning up the beaches or helping with sustainability.
Mhm.
How do you plan to utilize that 10%?
So each 10%, just from each purchase, we're sending the person who buys the photograph gets to choose which organization they're sending 10% of it to. So that's how they're contributing through us almost.
Okay, so they get to choose the
Yeah.
So for
charity of
example,
their choice.
Yeah, for example, we'll have a list, there's different organizations that do beach cleanups, like 808 Hawaii and Surf Rider Foundation. We'll have a list that they can choose from.
Wonderful. And how do you maintain your competitive advantage, which is pricing?
So our prices are affordable, but it's not making us have less of an income almost. So yeah, if that's your question.
Yeah, I was just wondering how you maintain that you're solving the problem of lower prices, but how do you maintain that price advantage over other photographers?
Well, it doesn't affect us as much to have low prices because we're not so much spending on it.
So your costs aren't as high, that is what
Mhm.
you're saying. Wonderful.
Any other questions?
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Another big round of applause for these young entrepreneurs. Got all the mics. So next up, we'll have the next young entrepreneur give their presentation. So big round of applause as they make their way to the stage.
Aloha kako, makaila maruho koino, and I am the founder of Kulia. What is Kulia? So Kulia, and what we basically are, is a online jewelry service, and our main problem that we're trying to solve is, as someone who loves jewelry, I know about the long drives that it takes to find jewelry that you like and searching for the ones that fit your type of style. And so what Kulia does is we are solving the problem of you going to a jewelry store and bringing it to you. Our solution by doing this is, like I said before, it's going to be all online. So all you have to do is browse our website, see the ones that you like, and then order it. And it'll show up to your doorstep between 3 to 5 or more business days. Why is this better than other companies? You get to stay at home. I know a lot of people, you like to stay at home instead of going in a far car drive. You save gas. We know for the past year, gas has been ridiculously high, and so you get to save money from the gas. you get an idea of exactly what we have. So you don't have to travel far to go to a jewelry store. Just find out that they don't have the jewelry that you like. And also you save time. Everything that is online, you get to do it right there. And you can go on with your day. Our target market, basically anyone who likes jewelry, or if you have a loved one that loves jewelry. So you can give it to yourself, to a loved one, or even your pet. I don't know what a pet's gonna do with a ring, but you can get it for your pet. And then the research of my market. As you can see from the graphs, these are the amount of revenue that was made off of jewelry. So far, you can see that some of them, they're staying the same, but they're stably going, there's a stable increase. And also for online jewelry, it was having a stable increase, but then from COVID, it did drop. However, it is going up a bit by every 100. And then for the marketing, we're going to be available on social media. Any questions?
For those of us that do online shopping already, what would make your business stand out rather than have a shop on Amazon?
Well, so far we're only having like a limited of jewelry, but what you can do is suggest the kind of jewelry that you like, and within you can pre-order what you will like, and then you'll have exactly what you would want. So I know for Amazon, there's things that you like, but they don't have exactly what you like. And so our plan is to give you exactly what you like.
How much will you buy the jewelry for, and how much will you sell it, or are you making the jewelry? Could you explain that?
Well, I have some manufacturers, and the pricing mainly depends on what exactly it is. However, I am making a 50% profit from everything.
There are so many online sellers. What makes your product unique it from the rest is what my co-judges are saying here. Do you have? I haven't seen really the actual product that you are really trying to push for this.
Well, we're only going to be available to people that are on like the east and north side of Hawaii. And we basically want to give you less traveling time and I guess like give you what you want without you having to get up and leave.
Yes, but it's very general when you're trying to say, we always want to find a niche market whenever we do some product so that we will be known for something. So it will be very difficult for anybody to say, we will provide you for what you want. So see, so I think we have to be specific.
Thank you.
All right, can we get another round of applause? Aren't these young entrepreneurs so fun? What great ideas. All right, so we now have our third young entrepreneur. Let's give a round of applause as they make their way to the stage.
Hi, my name is Lauren Powell, and I have better than before. Well, let me tell you about myself. I have been playing competitive sports since I was 4, from soccer, volleyball, tennis, and I've at least tried every other sport you can name. And I've also received multiple scholarship offers, Division 1 too. But I injured my knee and replacement surgery. But thanks to all my coaches and my parents, I have something that I can bring to other people. But what's the problem? Well, as we know, sports is very important around here. And a lot of services are far, I would know, because I had to drive so far and pay so much money to be better. And coaches here, they actually coach repetitiveness, not good repetitiveness. I'm here to be for the athletes so they can repeat every single good quality and to care about them on the personal level. That's why I'm here. I want to teach the physical, technical, and mental aspects that an athlete should have through so many different skills that I'm already doing. I coach soccer, volleyball, and tennis, and I love it. The results are amazing. But my target market is any athlete that wants to become better than before. Even if you want to be better in your hobbies, through marketing, through networking, the best way. Word of mouth, connections, and social media. Facebook too, guys. Now, my expenses, I didn't have any to start up because I've already had so much training equipment that, thank goodness, which makes my profit margin at 90% because of travel fees and stuff like that. Where my sessions for 30 minutes, 15 to 20 bucks, an hour session, 20 to 30, and a 2-hour session, 40 bucks. With a free consultation, seeing what level you're at now, and then going through all those different aspects, and then checking through on your progress. And after 10 sessions, I actually have seen the results with a 50 to 75% improvement. And I mean it. You can just ask all my students. And I bet you, I probably coach one of your nieces, nephews, cousins, aunties, uncles. I've coached over hundreds of students this past couple of years. Now, that's what students need. They need someone there for them and guidance. Are you ready to become better than before?
How do you plan to, because it's just you, how do you plan to grow your business?
Actually, I didn't mention that. I actually have tons of connections. So I have been coaching for their whole life, which is where I learned all my information from. And I also have friends that play other sports that I'm probably not the best in, but I know well enough that they can teach the other parts that I don't know.
So with all the data that you collect, all the information from the trainings, how do you report that back to the client or your people that you're improving?
Well, it's a process. So I'm like, at first with the presentation, I say, this is where you're at now. You wanna, then I'll say, do you want to get better at hitting, running, and we're gonna grow on that. So it's like, you run, say you run a 10-minute mile now. We can see your progress through the time, and hopefully, you'll be at that 7-minute mile mark.
So when you invite your relatives to coach as well, if I'm the client and I've signed up to be coached by you, and I'm paying the $40 in expectation of you, to his point, how do you scale that? Because it's only you.
Well, how do I say that? I plan on growing my the prices as I grow, but it's a small cost for all the knowledge that I know. Although it's not credible, you may not think I'm credible, but I believe that I am from learning all these knowledge from my coaches, so that's how I plan on that.
For the future, would you be open to outsourcing to other coaches who can help them get better as well?
Yes, I do. That's with the networking. So I know tons of coaches already from all over this island and even in the mainland that I've actually coached students in the mainland as well. So yes, that's how I do it. Thank you.
Another big round of applause for our young entrepreneurs. All right. Now give a round of applause for our next competitor that's making his way to the stage.
Aloha! So my name is Lorenzo Lopez. I'm a sophomore at Kuku High School, and my business is Monowash. So Monowash is a action picture, but Monowash is a single-man power washing company business that does driveway, fences, homes, and it does affordable pricing so everyone can enjoy the benefits of a clean and fresh environment. About us. So the issue is built up mildew, dirt, and fungus on your property, and I'll come in and fix that, spray it off. And also, the issue is having not a pressure washer and using a hose and a scraper, and that takes very long time and hard labor. So solution, as you can see in this picture, is Monowash. Monowash could get the job done good and sprayed off all the bacteria. So the target market is realtors, homeowners, and food truck owners. So homeowners for curb appeal. So when someone drives past, they'll look fresh, clean house. Realtors for the boost of the value of the property, your client's property, because no one wants to buy a house with rust stains and oil. And food truck because it draws in customers when you have a clean environment, especially in the food industry. So the finances, so it's hard to have a firm price because you have to be in person to see what your job is. So I range from $50 to $400, and my expenses are about $15 per job, which is simple green and my gasoline, because it's a gasoline-powered pressure washer, and yeah. So Monowash, save yourself time, a sore back, sore hands, muddy face, and wet clothes. Let Monowash do the dirty work. Thank you. Any questions?
Great presentation.
Thank you.
So are you a one-man show? Do you have help?
Yes, ma'am, I'm a one-man.
Okay. So what about for tall 2- or 3-story buildings and things that you have to climb on a tall ladder? Are you able to do that?
So right now, the tallest one I did is a 2-story house, and I just use a ladder. But yes.
Very nice.
Can you talk a little bit about the solution that you spray with? Where do you buy this, and is it harmful to the environment, or how does that work?
Oh yeah, so it's simple green. I buy it at Sam's Club because it's cheaper there, and it is eco-friendly and does not hurt the environment.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you. Thank you. So the competitors that are closest to me is probably landscaping, but no one really does pressure washing, because the closest one is more like landscaping.
So do you plan to, when you grow bigger, to hire some of your friends to do this, or what do you plan to scale?
Yeah, so if I do happen to win, I'll buy probably another power washer, and like I'm really close with my brother, so maybe have him work or my friends. Yeah, sir.
Do you have any clients currently?
Yes, I have done 4 people, and I already made $520.
Oh, awesome.
Are you limited to items that you cannot do? And if so, what are they?
Probably the closest limited is probably like probably just higher buildings, I guess, because I can only go like probably 2 stories with the ladder. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, that was a great presentation. We now have our 5th and final young entrepreneur. Give it up for him.
Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. My name is Evan Kerfurban, and I am the founder of Caveman. So, what is Caveman? So it exists to provide men with durable gear here to accomplish the daily grind. Caveman produces drinkware, accessories, and sports gear. Caveman is here to build a community of strong caveman men by offering products they need for everyday challenges. Caveman products are made for today and made to last. Men want the problems. All right, what problems are we solving? Men want durable yet economical products. Another problem is that most products are unisex or for feminine. Also, even sports gear available is unisex or feminine. Why is this important for my target market? Because some men just want to be men and have products that are just for men. So, solution to the problem. Caveman is solving the problem of a cheaply made or unaffordable products. Our product motto is made to last and at a reasonable price by eliminating the middlemen. It's important for our male target audience to know that Caveman provides durable and bold products just for them. We want to target male customers who want more reliable outdoor products that are not too expensive to the common Joe. In addition, men that have had a hard time finding brand products are strictly for more men. Marketing. So for marketing, we will use direct distribution so we can sell our products directly to customers. Caveman will promote our brand on social media websites that include Instagram and Facebook. Caveman will use, we have a website, so our website is caveman.supply. We'll be selling majority of our products on there. Producers like me will be able to sell products directly to customers locally, face to face. For finances, this is going to be a pretty... So for finance, I have kind of like 3 products up there, which is my 32-ounce Caveman water flask for $320. Well, the whole price is to the top, so it's $320, $217, and $400. And it would be a negative... That's how much it would cost. So we'll just get right to it. The gross revenue would be $5,200. The net profit is a whopping total of $4,263, or a profit margin of 82%. Or a profit margin of 82%. My bad.
Awesome.
So, but this doesn't include shipping or customer shipping. So, still though, it's an over 50%. So I think it's a good day and a good money check.
Okay, we'll have to stop you there. Good job. I love it. Thank you. Just a quick question. Where do you source the products? And with your marketing strategy, how do you compete on Instagram to make your stuff visible and known?
So pretty much I go to,
Awesome. So where do you source your products from? Where do you get your products from?
most people I know, but it's from Alibaba. So I buy it from both there, and then I grab it here, and then I'm able to ship it and put it on my website, which is caveman.supply.
Awesome. Do you design the products yourself, or how do you do the design?
Well, I kind of get a rough draft first, but then I kind of go up to my if they want, they feel like that would be better if we changed it, then I change it.
Awesome.
I'm just wondering why your branding is caveman. Can you make a story about that? Yes, why it's caveman?
So caveman is kind of an idea that my dad came up with, but then I kind of like the idea too, because in most cases there's not really available products that are just for men. It's no offense to the ladies too, no offense to you, but it's just actually right now we're just really wanting to focus a group that in most cases don't have much products to.
Actually, there's no problem if you're having the niche. It would be better if you niche is for the men, so that you can focus more of the product for the men.
All right, give it up for the young entrepreneurs. We'll wait for Briggs.
All right. Next up, we'll have a college teammate, Plot, give his presentation. So big round of applause.
Wow, I'm excited to be here. Thank you so much. My name's Tanner Fernandez, and I'm the creator and founder of a company called Plot. And so Plot stands for Precise Location Output Technologies. And so as you can tell from the name, we deal with location output. Basically what Plot does is we're a company that maintains GPS base stations for government-owned and operated GPS networks. These GPS networks are created so that surveyors and other professions can use precise location output to be able to make maps or to be able to plot land. And they use this technology so that they can get within a centimeter of an exact point on a map. Now, how did this come about? When I was 10 years old, I remember going with my dad, who's a surveyor, out into the field and using his equipment with him and learning all the aspects of surveying. He taught me how to use the technology to connect to the network and to find these position coordinates and make these plots and these maps. Years later, he's still mentoring me in this technology. And I've come up with this business model following in his footsteps. So I've learned how to manage local networks for companies across the United States for the last 18 months. I've worked with many dental offices to make these, to manage these networks. And currently I work as an assistant web developer here at the PCC, and I'm studying entrepreneurship and computer sciences. And my dad, who's my mentor, has worked 30 years for the State Department of Land Surveying and manages the current GPS network in Utah. So what's the problem? Where does Plot fit into all of this? Basically, what Plot does is we have gone to the state of Utah, who runs the Turn GPS network, and they have expressed to us that there is a large problem because this network is faulting manpower to be able to maintain the base stations of this network. Right now, this manpower that they lack is run by one man, and so I need to go in and I need to create a solution for them by making a maintenance schedule for all of these base stations and basically run maintenance for all these stations. And I do that by creating a maintenance schedule, a maintenance checklist, standardizing for each of these base stations a way that to make sure and ensure that the integrity of this network stays aligned. And this is just the door for us to open up into a whole new realm of possibilities. In a few years down the line, we want to actually take over this network from the state and become partners with them running the network so that we can later use it for automated drones, automated cars, and different automated technologies. And this will allow us to start to plot a new innovative future here, here in the United States. And thank you, yeah. Questions?
So what about the rest of the network? So you're only showed like Utah and some of the surrounding states. How do the other states or the other regions manage their networks? I assume they have similar networks as well.
Correct, yeah. So many of the states in the United States have their own reference networks. A lot of them are government owned. A couple of them are privately owned. Now, the ones that we're focusing on are the ones by Utah, and they're ones that have actually already come to us and shown that they are interested in being managed by an outsourced company. While we do want to expand to these others, we want to first create a product that is viable, a service that is very, like all the screws are tightened, because we want to make sure that when we do plan to expand and come to these other networks, they can see the value in outsourcing that work.
So the government has, you're saying that there's one person that is currently maintaining this entire network. What's to keep them from putting in the same amount of money to build out a maintenance team, if you will, of what you would build?
For sure. So the reason that they would want to outsource this whole project is because right now, like you said, they don't have a department to run a lot of this network. They don't have the manpower to do that. And the problem is they never knew what was going to become of this technology when they created it. When the first base station was set up in 2006, they didn't know that it would become into this large network that would be used for multi-purposes. And so now they want to be able to use that in a lot of different purposes, like automated drones and all these things, but it's hard for them because they can't market that as a government agency. They aren't able to go and market to people and say, hey, we want you to set up on this network, and because it's against the law for them to go and try and profit from it. So they want to outsource it so these other companies that are privately owned can go market this, but yet they want their foot in the door so that they can keep regulations going their way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Another round of applause. Next up is the Basalt Company. Round of applause as they make their way to the stage.
Biu Hawaii, Sen Bano. We are Ikaika Basalt, and we make sustainable affordable. Our vision and our mission is to make the construction market affordable and sustainable by bringing quality markets at a fair price to the construction market. And our first product is rebar. Now, the most commonly used form of rebar is steel rebar. But what's wrong with it? Well, steel is not a naturally occurring material. When corrosion occurs, when steel tries to revert back to its natural state, and when it chemically reacts to natural resources, the concrete, and also its own internal humidity. When steel corrodes, the resulting rust occupies more volume than the steel itself, and the corrosion that occurs expands within the concrete. Now, this expansion can lead to tensile stresses within the concrete, as well as eventually lead to cracking, delamination, and spalling. Our solution is to combat all the problems that steel rebar brings and more. We introduce basalt rebar.
Okay, basalt rebar is made of basalt rocks. And compared to steel rebars, it's 3 times stronger, 4 times lighter, rust-proof, dielectric. But is that all? No. Our product is more sustainable. It has 80% lower carbon footprint. And one of the best things is it's more affordable. Despite having all these technical advantages, what really matters is cost. Let's be real. Everyone really matters about the cost. Most of the construction companies see sustainability as expensive. We are going to take down that expensive and make it affordable. As you see here, we included the shipping cost. In this shipping cost, we included the United States and Pacific Islands.
So, this is how our business works. We provide information about the product and educate the customer first. And as we receive an order from the customers, they'll be charged for the fees of the product and commissions. And then we place and pay for their order with the manufacturers that ships the product directly to the customers. And here is our marketing plan. Thank you so much.
Quick question. Is the Ikaika basalt, is that bendable on site?
Oh, on the site, it's not gonna bendable, but it can be bended on the manufacturing places.
But we are, sorry, I'm going to not use this because it's confusing. We are actually currently looking into a machine that can bend it on site. It can't go full 90 degrees, but it can be bent close enough. Yeah, it can be manufactured next year. You can just speak.
Yeah, we can hear it.
How much do you anticipate to spend on educating each of the customers?
On the marketing, we are planning to spend almost 40% our income, especially for the contents and the brochure and also any other social media expense. Well, I used to be a construction worker, especially rebar worker. And how do I know this company is? When this company make an IPO in Mongolian stock market, I was able to become one of the investors in the first place. In that time, in the first stockholder meeting, I was able to meet the founder and also CEO. And after when I came here, I contacted with them and told them this offer, and they will offer us the cheapest price for us. Yes, we currently have 2 clients. Right now, the first one is from Kiribati, which is Timao project. He's actually a graduate of this school. And the second one is in the Utah, and it's called Western States of Rebar.
But basalt has been around for a few years. Why hasn't it been adopted quicker?
The problem is most of the company who makes it so expensive. The problem is most of the business wants cost lower.
All right, let's give him another round of applause. And as we prepare for our next entrepreneur, Memory Dots.
I would just like to begin by thanking everyone here for the honor and opportunity to be on this stage in front of you today. And thank you again for an experience I will remember for the rest of my life. My name is Taylor Hoffenbeck, and my company is Memory Dots. Now, if you would each be so kind, I would like to ask all of you to close your eyes for just a few moments. Now, I'd like you to imagine a person that you love so much. A person whose memories you cherish. Now, if something terrible and unexpected happened to that person today, what would you be willing to do to keep them alive? You can open your eyes now. At Memory Dots, this is what we provide. There is a famous quote that reads, "Our dead are never dead to us until we forget them." And we believe this to be true here at Memory Dots. When someone we love passes away, it's not the big things that we remember. It's the little things. It's the irreplaceable things that we share with them. That is what we remember. So why I'm passionate about this business, when I was a little girl, my dad took me with him to see my great-grandmother at the cemetery, and I was so excited. We don't have a lot of pictures of my great-grandma. I had never met her before, and I was so excited to feel close to her in this space. But when I got there, all there was a rock with her name on it. And I was heartbroken. In the one place I was supposed to feel the closest to my great-grandmother, I could not have felt farther away. I felt discouraged, knowing that I felt just as close to her as I did when I got there. I thought to myself, there has to be a better way to memorialize our loved ones. This is why I created Memory Dots. Memory Dots is a QR code company. We create QR codes that can be affixed to gravestones, and then with each purchase, you're able to get a personalized website that helps you memorialize the people you love through videos, audio messages, text, so many amazing capabilities that we have. We also sell colorful 3D printed memory dots that allow us to be on fridges, mirrors. It allows you to remember the people that you love all the time. Our customer is everyone, which is what sets us apart. We are able, no matter your culture, ethnicity, who you are, we all lose people that we love. There are 5 billion people that have passed away in the past 100 years, and 60 million more will pass away this year. We have predicted that if we only get 1/10 of 1% of the population in the entire time of our business, we will make $500 million. Thank you.
Can you talk about where the information will be stored when they scan the QR code and how you plan on developing that?
Okay, thank you so much. I'm so happy that you asked, because that was a question that I was really struggling with when I was first starting this business. So we work with a cloud host called Bluehost, and what they allow you to do is for a flat fee of $200 a month, no matter if I have 5 customers or 1 million, what they allow me to do is have unlimited subdomains, so each QR code would get its own subdomain. And I also get unlimited storage, so people can put as many photos on there as they want. It's at no cost to you and $200 cost to me, no matter what.
Do you have a dev team that will help design what will be on the hosting website?
Yes, so I have a couple web developers that I'm actually working with right now, and that's why I've entered this business. This is my dream and something I am so ready to take to the next level, but I need to be able to create my website. And after figuring out prices with them, I need $10,000 to be able to take this off the ground. And if I were to able to get the $7,000 from winning this competition, that's what I would use every cent of the money for.
Where do you want to start with your marketing plan, or where would you start investing in terms of marketing?
Thank you so much for asking. So what I want to do is call cemeteries, because for them, they have a vested interest financially in me succeeding. You can't underestimate the power of social media, and my company, and I think what sets me apart as an individual, is how much I care about my customers. And I think if you see everything from a customer perspective and how they feel, I have a few competitors, but the reason you've never heard about them is because they don't put the customer first, and I would. And I believe that if I go to places and I allow people to know that they can memorialize the person they love forever and that they don't have to feel this guilt that they didn't do enough, I think I can take it so far.
That was a phenomenal presentation, and we have more to come. Next up, we have Eden Hydroponics. One sec, we have some little technical difficulties with their video, so we can throw out some t-shirts for everybody. So get excited.
Mic test.
Yeah, hello? Test.
No. So where do I like?
All right, now we'll get back to the presentation. Big round of applause for Eden Hydroponics.
In today's fast-paced world, time is of the essence between work, social life, and other responsibilities. Many of us struggle to find time to prioritize a healthy lifestyle.
But what if we told you that there's a solution that could save you time, improve your health, and benefit the environment?
Aloha. We
are
are
Eden
Eden
Hydroponics.
Hydroponics is a method of growing benefits and promoting self-sustainability, emergency preparedness, and food production.
Eden Hydroponics is a startup company whose goal is to provide sustainable, efficient, and innovative hydroponic systems to communities across the globe.
We believe in smart growing, and we're passionate about making our home gardening convenient, affordable, and enjoyable for everyone.
With our hydroponics kits, people have complete control over the growing environment. From lighting to nutrient levels, people can customize their hydroponic systems to ensure optimal growth and productivity. And with the plant manual and plant supplies available through our subscription model, it would be easier for anyone to grow fresh and healthy produce at home. Too much time, too much labor? Worry no more. With just one click away, our product will do all the work for you.
Additionally, our hydroponic systems come with more function and feature at a reasonable price. You can choose a system that fits your budget and grow a variety of produce all year round. Get more, pay less.
Lastly, hydroponics is an enjoyable method that promotes mental health and learning. Our kits come with plant manuals and online resources that teaches you the basics and perfect your growing techniques. And with our community hydroponics workshops, you can connect with other enthusiasts and share your love for this aesthetically, beautifully method of gardening. Even people with less gardening experience can now experience Green Thumb success.
Our number forecasts are excellent. If everything goes according to our plan, we'll earn over $250,000 the first year, and we will be unstoppable.
So, what are you waiting for?
Grow your garden.
Grow opportunities.
Grow with Eden.
Eden Hydroponics. Growing makes smart.
Great design. So do you see this as something as a growing experience for the customer, or do you see this as something that they can live off? Because it is a small unit, so it's kind of hard to see how a family or even an individual could live off the produce.
Thank you for your question. Actually, our product offers experience. Since we have manuals, we're able to teach the basics of growing. And for now, as a startup company, we have this small unit with 11 pods. But eventually, with much funding and investors and more income in our company, we're going to make 7 other units that has upgrades on them to create bigger plots for more gardening experience.
So can you talk about the design of the unit, how you came about this, and where do you source it?
Yeah, thank you for that question. We actually have an engineer. His name is Ezra. He was a student back last semester, but he's now in the Philippines. He's currently working with a team of IT people who's doing the design. So we don't white label. We did our codes, we did our molds, we did our product, send it to our manufacturers in China, and then they give it to us. So everything, we did it all.
How do you prevent copycatters, and do you have any now?
Awesome, thank you. We actually have an SEC number. So an SEC is type of protection from other companies that can copy the design. They're also in the process of applying for a patent. So our attorneys basically advised us to keep the patent for now because our product, our unit is developing and we are incorporating more features in it. So it would be best if everything is already in the system before patenting it because it would cost much money. Okay, currently we're in the first phase, so we're focusing on direct sales. We're doing hydroponics workshops, but we have been working with Boncom Industries, the marketing. Thank you.
All right, let's give one more final round of applause for Eden Hydroponics. And now we will hear from our next entrepreneur, Out of Design. Give it up for Out of Design.
Sit down. Hello, everyone. So my company is Out of Design, which is a pressed flower ring company, which hand presses, handcrafts each ring into from Oahu flowers. And so this actually started as a hobby for me. And when I figured out that there wasn't really a niche for pressed flower jewelry, especially here in Oahu, that's when I decided to make this into a business. So I started doing some target research and found out that my target market would be 18 and up females, mainly ranging in the middle-aged, and also with tourists and locals of Oahu. I found out that the global market for jewelry was $340 billion, and it's estimated to be about $519 billion in 2030. And I found out that there's about 450 to 550,000 visitors at Oahu, and they spend about $819 million in 1 month. So I found out what my business model would be in drops, because it helps to create scarcity and people don't want to miss out on something special, so it prompts them to make decisions faster. So with this in mind, I had my first drop, and with 2 months of preparation, on February 1st, had my first ring drop, uploaded 24 rings on my website, and nearly sold out in the first hour. With this, each ring cost me about $13 to $17 to make. I sell them on my website for $45 to $50, and I make about a profit margin of $26 to $30. And so for my drop, for my gross profit, I made about $1,100, and in my net profit, I almost made about $700 with $670, and I want to do at least 2 or more drops each month to increase my sales and marketing. And also with sales and marketing, I wanted to go into retail, but instead I'm going to focus on expanding on my social media and selling just on my website, and also collaborating with other jewelry makers and local boutiques, flower boutiques here in Oahu. And for the funding, I'm looking to hire jewelry handcrafters and also marketing team to help me expand on my social media. And yeah, so we have an Instagram and our website. Thank you. For one ring. So it usually takes me about 30 minutes to an hour for one ring, and then sometimes I have to come back and sand them and polish them.
How do you scale the business if you're the only person that's making the rings right now? Do you have a plan, and what is that plan?
So I'm looking to scale by hiring people that are experienced in also jewelry making, especially with resin. Yeah, just hiring more people on my team that are experienced.
Have you looked at any mass production of them?
No, not as of now. I haven't yet.
And with hiring of other handcrafted jewelers or jewelers that can handcraft your rings, what does that do to your profitability?
Repeat the question one more time.
With your idea of hiring other handcrafted jewelers that will make your rings by hand, what does that do to your profitability?
I feel like if I were to have people that made them in Oahu, I could actually profit or make a bigger profit margin off that, so I can increase my, or the rings would cost more if they're handmade in Oahu. Yes. I feel that it could be higher. I looked up other like pressed flower jewelry. It's like there's some on Etsy, but they're like the cheap bezels, and they're like usually sell around like $15, $20.
Great job. All right, next up is the Tenai Island Resort. Big round of applause as they make their way to the stage.
Which one is skip?
It's the down button.
Melody and aloha, everybody. My name is Beto, and I'm from the island nation of Kiribati. When I was 11 years old, my mother left me to another island to seek for job opportunities. As a matter of fact, this happens a lot to many kids back home. With that experience, I studied hard and worked hard, which had led me here to BYU, Hawaii, where I work as a tour guide at the PCC. As I share my experience and my culture with my guests, they always ask, how can we go to Kiribati and where can we stay? But after sharing some of the best accommodations we have, they always say, oh man, let me think about it. I then realized that their problem is our solution. And if I could create a great accommodation for them, they can provide jobs, reliable jobs, to keep families together in Kiribati. This is where Tenai Island Resort is born. A first world-class accommodation in Kiribati, which will offer absolute amazing accommodations. We will begin operations on Christmas Island, a short 2.5-hour away flight from Honolulu. And the resort will offer a 5-star guest experience with a restaurant and along with excursions that will allow them to experience our nature. Also, we would like to introduce our newly concept, which is called the Kiribati Spa. Tenai Island Resort has multiple revenue streams. Comes from our overwater bungalows, our luau, our excursions, rental equipment, and many more. The target market for us is the West Coast of the United States, specifically people who are looking to remove themselves from worldly distractions and looking for new destinations. To market, we want to focus on three things. Number one is to strengthening our online presence. Number two is to build and forge strategic partnerships. Number three is to attend trade shows. Family, this is your chance to help me and my people. With this prize money that I can get here, it would allow me to build a business entity and pay my lawyers so that I can start accepting money from my investors that are wanting to invest. I intend to scale across the country, and that's because there's a need and there's a market for it. For the past 2 years, I've researched the numbers, and I realized that there's room for expansion. Family, this is not just my dream. It's also my country's dream. And I've met with key politicians, and I have their support. The market is there, and the need is there. So what are we waiting for? Thank you.
Your current market, and how do you plan to capture that?
The current existing market right now is only for fishermen, bonefish fishermen, and that's kind of where I will build this resort from. Yeah, my competitors charge roughly around the same amount as I will do, and so I will utilize that market and eventually expand the size of the tourism market in Kiribati, which is the main reason why I built this company. I'm looking towards a premium market and eventually scale towards a luxury market. And the reason why I do that is because from my experience here in Hawaii, I realized that a lot of the touristy places are very overcrowded and it brings so many bad things to the islands. So I want to make it expensive and exclusive to a certain amount of people and still can create reliable jobs. I'm 2 months ago, I met with the two key politicians, and I'm currently working on the last permit to approve the property that I will access to build this resort on. So it will be on Christmas Island, only 2.5 hours away from here.
Beto, what's the reason that nobody else has built an island resort like this in Kiribati?
Family, as you can tell, my English is still improving. That's because I'm among the first generations from Kiribati to go out and educate ourselves, in business and the Western world. So it's just a matter of timing. No one have ever thought of it. But also, it's a little complicated if you're a foreigner and come and start a business in Kiribati. So with us, we know how we do. So people favor us because, the government favor me because I'm from there. And, I just represent the country, man.
All right. We'll give it up to our third to last business, USA Connect. Give it up for him.
Can you guys hear me without the mic? All good? Use the mic?
Use the mic then. Okay. Okay, USA Connect and Empower Your Dreams share the common objective to empower people. I want to be able to empower international students to come to the United States. Why? Because it's hard. It's not an easy job. My research here in university says that that's how international students feel. And 88% of them said that they want a step-by-step program in order to help them to come. So what I'm going to create an online course in 6 different languages, and those 6 different languages teaching them step by step what they need to do in order to get here. Visa application, school application, TOEFL preparation. There's so much that international students need to do, and I want to be able to help them. I'm going to create through Hotmart, which is a platform that already exists. Through Hotmart, setting a high commission in Hotmart, I'll be able to generate more sales and the marketing strategy being done, everything through Hotmart. Also doing a referral incentives to help me to bring people for the personalized assistance. That's also another strategy that I have. And also having YouTube free videos. Now, the data is clear, guys. The data is super clear. The online market and info products are on the rise. Until 2026, it's a 14% increase. Also, guys, why us? Simply, we are founded by international students. I know the struggles of international students because I am an international student that struggled. Also, because we are a multi-language support, also a comprehensive support at affordable and also easy to access. This is going to be great for everyone. The same reason why BYU Hawaii is unique is the reason why I'm unique, because I'm creating this business here. Now, the online product number one here has a 40% profit margin. And the product number two, which is the personalized assistance, the Zoom calls, has a 60% profit margin. Now, all this, also I have like another product which is the in-person assistance, the personalized assistance. I know that international students that are coming are struggling, but international students that are here also struggles to understand Social Security, housing, driver's license, banking. So I need to help them as well. Now, this is just the tip of the iceberg, guys. International students is one thing, but we have ESL teachers, which is English as a second language, entrepreneurs, tourists, people working, people that want to come here to work. Also, partnering up with English schools inside the U.S. and outside the U.S. is another way to escalate my business. Universities as well. This business is super scalable, guys, and I need your help. Empower me to empower other international students to be here with me. Many of my fellow competitors here are international students that struggle to come. So help me to help them. Thank you.
Can you hear me? Okay. What have you done to account for it? It seems like there's a lot of things beyond your control. For example, if I sign up and I give you money with the expectation that you're going to deliver me passage to where I want to go, what happens if there's some government entity that's too slow or that something gets bogged down or something like that? Is there some type of a refund, or how do you guarantee or do you have some kind of a refund policy in case something beyond your control doesn't work?
So I don't guarantee that you'll get the visa. I'm guaranteeing that you will be better prepared with me to get the visa. Many international students go to the visa interview afraid of the visa interview. So think like this. You have me on your phone, on videos, on the online course, training, role-playing with me before your visa interview. You're better prepared to face that visa interview than anyone else. So I'm guaranteeing that you'll be better prepared. The online course is for that itself. I'm not doing it for you, I'm empowering you to do it.
How many foreign students come to the U.S. each year, and how does that align with the languages that you've decided to start with?
So Chinese are the most international students that come here to the United States. Other than that, it's India, so Asian countries, Brazil is in fifth. So that's aligned with it. And one of the reasons why I chose those languages is because right now I'm sitting on the best place to find those languages, to build that online course. Because right now I have so many friends from China, from Korea, from other countries that I'm aiming to that can help me to make this project happen. But I'm not 100% sure about like the data itself. I do know like what countries are in the first place. Thank you.
Great. Another round of applause for LY Logistics, who are making their way to the stage.
Wait, test this. You hear me?
像不太行。
Aloha, we're LY Logistic. My name is Qing, and I'm majoring in communication.
My name is Yu Ling, major in finance.
My name is Shang Yu, major in marketing.
And we are all Chinese. Before we came, we have work experience related to logistic company. That's why when we came here, we realized Hawaii is a beautiful place and a diverse place at the same time. Have 38 Hawaiian population are Asians, and most of us missing items from home. And the company rely on shipment to run their business. But here are some common problems when it comes to shipment.
Which are cost very expensive, or either the item got lost, or the packaging got ruined, even worse, where you couldn't get customer service.
So we see this problem, so we're all thinking about how can we use in our ability and connection in China and Hawaii to make this community better. That is why LY was introduced. So LY, as the third-party logistic in a niche market that ships from China to Hawaii only. The reason made the shipment to Hawaii so expensive is the laws of Jones Act, which prohibit international cargo from shipping stopped by one U.S. port. That is why most of the company ship all the way to the mainland and then change different transportation to go down to Hawaii, which is double the price and extend the time. But us only focus from China to Hawaii, which is help us to have a short amount of time and lower cost. That's why we're able to using those money to focus on customer service, because we believe a good service is a reason they come back to us. And here are the 4 strengths that we provide.
And how can we make it work? As our research, there are more than $2 billion shipped from international to Hawaii. Within it, $280 million shipped from China to Hawaii. As we can see, there's a huge potential market there. And based on our research, we already have more than 200 for the potential customers willing to use our service. So for our business, we will start up to 872 kilograms. So for the tools below, can help us to market and connect with our customers.
Here is our financial data. In the chart, we can see we have revenue more than $400,000 in the first year. And then we will use 20% of our revenue in our marketing. So based on that, we kind of have a negative 5% loss in our net profit. However, our company will continue to grow and make it to 13%.
So we're here to help and serve. Thanks.
Thank you.
How do you plan to build trust with these clients? Because they're shipping a lot of inventory, let's say like $20,000 of inventory from China to Hawaii. How do you build trust so they can become your client and ensure their goods?
So in the beginning of our company, in the first half year, we will start with shipment by air, which is for all the individual. They can ship small amount and then test out our service. And then after the half year, we'll start shipment by sea, which is focused on the company. They can ship big amount of products.
Do you, how are you getting this done? Is there a connection that you have in your family that will allow that shipment to happen, or how's that done?
Yes, so we mentioned about 3 of us have the experience, work with logistic company. And my uncle, they do shipment from China to international. And though they are worked with a logistic company before, so we have connection in China, and we in here, Hawaii, so we have the both connections.
Are you going to provide insurance for the goods that are shipped?
Yes, so we do have the compensation policy. So which is cost like, our cost will be $8.25 for 1 kilogram by air. And then compensation will be $10 refund for 1 kilogram.
And you have a company that's willing to do that already?
Yes, so we already do down 300 different logistic company research, and we're already testing out using our own product.
There is one company that we know for all the students that are using the treatment, but they really don't care about the customer service because they thought that they are unique. So we want to help everyone in the school and also all the manufacturers in Chinatown.
Yes, so we're competing not with the price, but with the service.
All right, we have our final presentation for the day. So let's give it up for our final presentation for the day.
Satu. Aloha, I'm Tim.
And I'm Giovanni.
And we are
Wise Indonesia. Eye checkups have experienced a surge in demand in Indonesia, where 80 million individuals need to wear eyeglasses. And home services have proven to be a highly convenient options for their medical treatment. And that's why people need to find a more effective and efficient way for their eye care.
Introducing Wise. Imagine having an optometrist coming to your home. That is our service. There are 5 simple processes with Wise. First, the customer book Wise optometrist from our WhatsApp business. The second, the optometrist comes to their house and performs the eye checkups. Third, the customer choose the desired frames and finalize the order. Fourth, our logistics team will do the packing and the shipping, and in 2 to 3 business days, your eyeglasses will come to the customers. Before discontinuing our business, we did this business. With just one optometrist, we had 136 customers, generated over $3,200 in revenue, and $2,000 as our net profit. We made 110% higher than the average wage. If we had 3 more optometrists, we would make 500% higher than the average wage.
Therefore, in Indonesia, the population is more than 270 million people. The potential for scaling our business and being profitable is huge. And that's why, after college, we plan to restart our business. And to do so, we already tested our business and our website. And in a month, we got more than 200 potential customers in our database.
Our business has 2 revenue streams, our service and sales revenue. Within 6 months of restarting our business, we plan to legally create the LLC for our company and get our first 200 customers from our database. In 12 months, we plan to get more than 600 customers and work with more than 15 optometrists.
With our marketing strategy, our product is the trendy eyeglasses with the home service eye checkups and the affordable prices for young professionals, and then the optometrist's location nearby, and promoting it through social media, social network, and message positioning.
We're targeting our market in the city of South Tangerang and Jakarta. In comparison, the average optic in Indonesia is small, has a high payout rent, and only sells 1 to 2 eyeglasses per day because it's an inconvenient experience for the customers. While Wise lowered the cost of not having to pay rent, provide convenient home service, and maximizes profits. Thank you.
With Jakarta's high population, it kind of makes sense to be able to service a lot of people and be able to send them into their homes. What about the other islands? There's so many islands within Indonesia. What are plans for expansion there?
Absolutely. For our expansion, we're going to start small in the city of South Tangerang and Jakarta because we want to get these optometrists on site. And then we're going to build a franchise which other optometrists in other islands can also provide a job for themselves and provide a convenient home service for these customers. That's how we're going to market our target in the entire island of Indonesia. In a store, our product, it is affordable because it has the same price. However, our entry is the service that we are providing, which is lower. If you go to the optic in Indonesia, it's small, it gives you a bad experience, and you have to pay $10 of that service, and you have to pay the product itself afterwards. While we just giving you $7, which is a lower cost and provide a convenient home service. And that's the main differentiator, is that our cost of that product is a high contribution margin.
Perhaps you can just simply say glasses plus free service.
Yes.
So it's easier to understand.
Awesome, thank you.
So with the doctor onboarding system, is there any obstacles that prevents doctors using your system, and what will stop them from using WhatsApp and having their own clients?
So when we did this, the other optics, they're actually grateful because this optometrist actually can go to these customers, because they were trying to pay this optometrist, but they don't have any sales. So how can these optics pay this optometrist if they don't have any customers? And that's why we're helping their optometrists, and we're just providing them a part-time job, so they don't need to lose their jobs and make additional class for their family.
Did you include it in your costing, the payment for the optometrist?
Thank you.
All right, give a big round of applause to everybody that competed in this year's Empower Your Dreams competition.
All right, so for now, we want to see who is here to celebrate and support the young entrepreneurs. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Who is here to support Nexum? Everyone. And Plot? Ikaya Basalt? Memory Dots? Eden Hydroponics? Out of Design?
Woohoo!
The Island Resort? USA Connect? LY Logistics? And finally, Wise. Awesome. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming out today.
So a big thank you to our donors and sponsors that made this event possible. And we have all these t-shirts still here that we need to give away. So what we're gonna do is everybody stand up and face a partner, and you're gonna do rock, paper, scissors. We're gonna do a big rock, paper, scissors match to see who the final one person is. So find someone next to you, do rock, paper, scissors, then the winner finds a new person to do rock, paper, scissors. So everybody find a partner, ready, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, now the winners find a new partner. All right, the winners now do rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, one more time, do rock, paper, scissors, shoot with a new partner that won. All right, now we want all those winners to come to the front of the stage.
Also, quick announcement. Please come to the HGB when we announce the final winners.
Yes, we have our final award ceremony tonight at 2 p.m. at HGB 173, where we'll announce the top 5 winners and the best in show. So make sure, even if you were in the booth showcase, you can still win best in show. So come support our contestants. So those that won rock, paper, scissors, come up here. And come grab a t-shirt. And now the contestants are able to take pictures in front of the Empower Your Dreams logo so they can post it on their LinkedIns.